Enter screen. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Sir.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Good. So you can hear me. You can. Okay. Kerry has opened a queue. All right. So very good. All right. Good afternoon and probably good day to all of you. Welcome to NP Financial Studying Master Class, 1st of June 2025. We do this master class for 2 hours from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Melbourne, Australia time. And thank you very much, so very much for all of you to taking out from your busy schedule, especially on a Sunday afternoon. Today, as usual, we'll all be there. So myself, Kerry, and Marty would be contributing. Kerry would be contributing the maximum, and then Marty, and then me. We all learn from each other, and we all encourage your questions every time, because as we always say, ask questions and do not suffer in silence. Before we get started with this masterclass, first thing first, we'll go to the general advice warning. NP Financial Pty Limited advises all service recipients of the following. This information is provided only on general advice basis. This is only educational in nature. Trading securities, derivatives, CFDs, foreign exchange contracts can be risky and is not suitable for all. No information received from NP Financial shall be considered as a financial trading recommendation. So I'll give you 15 more seconds to go through it and then tell me when you are done.
Okay, I'm done.
You're done, Tyler. That was quick. That was quick.
Done,
Very
Pat.
nice. All done.
Agree the
Fantastic.
same.
Very good. Excellent. Fantastic. Very good. All right. So today we'll answer more questions. Oh my God, look at this fellow. We'll answer more questions than you can ask. But first thing first, we are celebrating as we are officially we have been actually awarded as the most admired trader training company in Australia. And it took 10 years, 10 solid years to reach to this stage. And with all your help and support, we actually are now number one regulated ASIC regulated trader training institute in Australia. That was good, and thank you and congratulations to all of you. So what we'll do today, especially myself, will be taking you through from first half an hour, maybe till 3:40, and then Marty will come and join us from 3:40 to 4 o'clock, and then Kerry. Someone, Kedar. Hey, good afternoon, Kedar. How are you? Let me make Kedar contributor. All right. So what we'll do, Tyron had two questions before the start of the meeting, and first question, and then Shreya is having a question, and Anil is having a question. So please, they all have actually posted their questions before. That is very good. That helps us a little bit to know the questions before we can discuss. And Tyron's first question was, what to do in this most probably difficult. I don't know what is the English. Maybe difficult, maybe challenging, maybe anything, any other situation, maybe political, maybe fundamental, shift, maybe generative AI. There are many changes which we are seeing in our life happening right now. So President Trump has been elected for the second time, and we all know how famous I'm not yeah, probably he is for his tariffs. Yeah, that is why when we wrote a blog post. I hope you are regularly reading this blog post. We did tariff or no tariff. T10 Y2Y, that means 10 years treasury and 2 years treasury, or US 30 years yield. Market knows it all in advance. Market knows it all in advance. So doesn't matter that doesn't matter what the market is doing, what the political institutions are doing, but we are a bunch of traders and we know the foundation of trading. So today what I've decided, I'll take all your questions. Obviously you're free to stop me, ask any questions. Because we all take foundation probably very because it is easy, but not simple, or it is simple not easy, whatever way you look at it. Most of us tend to forget. Otherwise the strategy which we'll be giving at the end of this foundation, beginners, advanced, professional, share trading, commodity trading, bonds and indices, cryptocurrency, all these things, strategy will be given to you. But before the strategy, we'll be talking about the foundation. We need to know the foundation. So from that, keeping in mind, we'll answer Tyron's question. Tyron's question is what to do in this difficult or challenging situation. So you may interfere and ask me any question anytime. So what I'll do, I'll try to cover all the I'll try to cover all the asset classes. That means all the three asset classes, like forex, shares, and then commodities. And if there is a specific questions on bonds, indices, and cryptocurrency, we'll definitely take it. And then we'll quickly go through all the 8 instruments in the forex from the foundational point of view, and to revisit the foundation, and then we'll take all your questions. All right, sounds good, all of us. This is a full house. That is fantastic. Really enjoy your support and your questions and your knowledge. We all learn from each other. And we'll start with forex because Aussie. We'll start with Aussie, and as you can see, fortunately or unfortunately, Aussie is in a range. So whether you understand or not, let me identify the range. So Aussie is in a range. So this is the possible range here. This is the possible range here. Because the Bollinger is flat, and I showed you this range. So whenever you become knowledgeable, how to know this is a range market? Because the hindsight can be a brilliant thing, but how to know? So how to know that we are going to a range? Because if you see the widening of the Bollinger Band, if you see the widening of the Bollinger Band, this is maximum here. This is maximum here. And in our foundation course, or in the beginners course, we have already told you. Those of you who have forgotten, please write it down and make it a point that you remember for the rest of your life. When this fellow is going up, that is fine. When this fellow is going down, that is fine. And this fellow stays flat, that is also fine, because this fellow means upper Bollinger Band is going up. Then and this fellow is also going up with a crack and snap back here on the Bollinger Band. Crack and snapback on the Bollinger Band, started going up, and big bars are all good. Big bars are fantastic, because the midpoint of the big bar or the end low point of the big bar can be a support or support in an uptrend. So after this big bar and this crack and snapback, it started going up, and then we saw it got it struggled with the 200 moving average. This is a beast. This is the biggest beast on the 200 moving average, and this is the small beast, not beast, I would say. It's maybe support or 50 moving average. We use only those two. So this got stuck on the 200 moving average, and then even if it went, the moment this fellow started going up, ding here, the moment this fellow is going up on this date, which specifically on this date, 2nd of May. Those of you who are great fan of our Trader Foundation, because we are a no bullshit company, we are a no nonsense company. Whatever we see, we have been seeing for last 16 years working in the market, we only see that, we only contribute to that, to your understanding. So with due respect to everyone's technical knowledge and fundamental knowledge, whenever this lower Bollinger Band started moving to the upside, because this is uptrend, on the day itself, 2nd of May, forget about the right hand side, on 2nd of May, we know with some degree of probability, that this fellow has going up. That means this is possible end of the uptrend. This is the possible trend of the uptrend, because it suffered so many days. As it is, you can know that this is already started a range market. Because neither it is going up, neither it is going up. and it tolerated in lower Bollinger Band tolerated for this many days, but the moment it went up, that this is possibly end of this trend, end of this uptrend. Now let's see how much it went up from here, and then what it did. So it did immediately, it went up to the moving average only from here, 64.41 to 65.05. So that is only 60 points, 60 points up. Immediately it did a tremendous engulfing, because our strength at NB Financials and all our trained traders like you are bar by bar analysis. So if you convert this into a candlestick, you know that this is a strong, very strong engulfing, because this has engulfed one and two, more than one body. So this body and this body, this has engulfed. So by this time, you know that yes, this fellow will be possibly now will be in a range, and no more to the upside, because this has started going up. So what happened? Eventually, no more upside up to this. So on this date, we come to know that the end of the uptrend. So those of you who are trying to squeeze a little bit from this fellow in the upside, because till now you can say that this is uptrend. Those of you who are trying to squeeze a little bit from our strategy, if I can minimize this, the strategy will come. This will be a hook entry. This will be a hook entry. So I would encourage, in this type of market, when the uptrend is coming to an end on 2nd of May, if you want to squeeze some pips out of this, then possibly only try for the hooks, especially only try for the hooks or the normal sample entry if you are getting at a support. Now the support can be 50, whatever, and now the support can be Bollinger, whatever. It can be a pivot, it can be Fibonacci, it can be any, because I have done the object out. Now I can make the object in. Now this is the way you can take the objects in and out. So if you are confused with too many lines, just take the object out. How to do it? Those of you who are new, just right click and display objects. Right click and display objects, or just press O for orange. All right. So just press O or Control J. Sometimes Control J. Sometimes Control J. Control and January. So that object will be gone. So this is if those of you who want to squeeze, first of all, only take up long. Don't take the short ones. Only take the long ones. And that too only take the hook entry on our trend detector, proprietary trend detector, or hook entry on our proprietary. Oh my God! All right, histogram, proprietary histogram. All right. So only go for long in this situation. I hope I have added 2 cents here to know the end of the trend, possible end of the trend, because it has moved a lot. 5% movement in Forex is too much. Those of you who are doing the zigzag, 5% and 1.618%. Those of you who are doing that, I'm knowledgeable about it. All right, let's quickly go to the next one, which is.
So Parth, I've got a question, very quick one.
Mm-hmm.
With this, you're saying go long only, even the long trend is finished. Why not you go on the short as well? Because the long trend is finished, right? So you can think for the short trade as well.
No. A long trend does not finish in a V. V shaped is impossible, or a carrot set is impossible. V or carrot. Carrot is the symbol which is in front of you on the above 6. Above 6 we have on the keyboard. Carrot, C-A-R-A-T. So V, English V or carrot is impossible. So for that, what will happen? If you see on this day, the long trend, we never say long trend is finished. We say long trend is at the end of the up move. That means the distribution. It does not because it does not do a V shape or a carrot shape. So that is why it will be a distribution. So all these days the distribution happens. Those of you who have done our where am I? Our this fellow, which is the Fibonacci trading. Those of you who have done this know the concept of Fibonacci time. What does it mean? It means that when price has moved so much, boom, when the price has moved so fast, then we need to give time. We need to give time for the price to catch up. So if the price has moved from, what is the percentage here? If the price has moved from here to here, if the price has moved 11%, 10.11, 10%, that means double the biggest average, which is 5%. If price has moved 10%, then we need to give time. If we need to give time. So that is Fibonacci time.
Yeah.
I'm not going big into that. So we expect distribution. We don't expect downtrend. So we expect distribution. When the distribution happens, then more often than not, the amateurs who are not trained properly will possibly continuously buy or sell, but the professionals will only buy on our hook entry. Did I answer your question, Akshay?
Yes. Thank you.
I'm very glad and happy that Akshay, with his fever, he's shivering, but he has joined this. That was fantastic. Couple of days when Ben was going to hospital, Kerry was telling me Ben was worried about his positions. And he needs to close his position. So Ben, that was the commitment. That was the commitment from Ben. Now we are seeing the commitment of Akshay, who is suffering from fever and shivering, but still joining the meeting, because that's what it takes. That's what it takes to become a trader. Whatever it takes. So now let's see from this point, from this. So this fellow is going up, not a problem. This fellow is going down, not a problem. The moment it goes up, so from here, the Bollinger, if you can see 1.0545, the moment it goes up, from here to here, 0553 and 0545, so 45 to 53. The moment it went up, then that moment is the possible end of the uptrend. Then how do I know this is the possible end of the uptrend? We saw an exhaustion gap. Those of you who are studying gaps, there are three types of gaps, like the breakout gap, continuation gap, and exhaustion gap. So this is the exhaustion gaps, and that's it. And we have a relative divergence here. We have a relative divergence immediately close below. This fellow immediately close below, and we have boom. But whenever we have a boom, don't think that is a downtrend. No. That is the mistake, biggest mistake people do. So either you can sell, or either you can take a short position here because of the relative divergence, because of the Bollinger, that because of this close below, everything happening according to our trader foundation. If I'm going fast, you need to stop me and ask questions, because in 40 minutes I have to cover 24 instruments. Oh my God, I'm already late. All right. So what it will happen, boom, it will come, and then we'll have all sellers out. Boom. All sellers out and all buyers in. All sellers out, all buyers in. Bernie is a new student. We call them student. We don't call client. And Jack is also a new student. Many of you are Sumit new, Anil new. Many of you are new. Akshay is also new. Many of Purani is new. All of you are new. Those of you who are studying. And Bernie did a fantastic job on this. All of you have done it. Ben has done it. Every one of you have done it. Marty's done it on this brilliant all sellers out and all buyers in. So when you become a professional, you put a buy order here. That's it. End of it. End of story. Because because this is the start of the opposite Bollinger Band. Boom. How is it? How precise is this? When this fellow goes in opposite, then this fellow also end of the possible trend. So also it is overbought, oversold, because it is closing below the Bollinger Band. And at a 50 moving average, close is near to the low. All said and done. So these are the learnings which we do in our trader foundation, and these are the learning which you can apply when the market is difficult. This is not an easy market to make money. Aussie is not in an easy market to make money. So that is why when we get this type of situation, we need to go back to our drawing board, or design board, and restart, go and visit the trader foundation and do it and practice. That is why when you get a tremendous this type of reviews from all of you are so kind enough to give us some so good reviews. And I believe Anil has done this reviews. Those of you who have not done it can do it. And at the end he has written, trading can be learned only by practicing and being patient. Yeah, that is why we say the name of the game is patience and discipline, and not greed and speed. The name of the game is patience and discipline, and not greed and speed. Yeah. So that is what he has realized. So that is fantastic. That is brilliant. Yeah, well, that is good. So that is why sometimes we need to revisit the foundation, and then see what is going on there. All right. So now euro we have done. If you have any question, you can ask me, or otherwise I'll go to sterling. In every currency pair or shares and in or commodity, if I get time, I'll definitely show you all the things happening here, and what you can expect to happen, all the things happening here, and what you can expect to happen. So in this case, this is another one. I hope everyone in Ben can immediately tell if I ask, if it is an uptrend, and we say that if it is touching the opposite Bollinger Band, then what will happen? Boom. So if in an uptrend, this is a beast I told you, and this is a golden crossover. 50 is above the 200, and it is all sellers out. It means price has done a close near to the low, all sellers out, and then going up a boom, and then a possible relative divergence there, and then it is touching the opposite Bollinger Band. When in an uptrend, touches the opposite lower Bollinger Band, and then we can blindly place a buy order to go, and it will go up. So that is what happened in sterling. If you have any question, I'm just revisiting on the Trader Foundation and trying to remind myself, and maybe possibly to you all, that in a difficult situation, in a difficult condition like this, when everyone is trying to, I don't know what is the English, maybe we always say revenge trading or something like that, then what can you do? What can you do here? This one is a and it came very close to the opposite Bollinger Band, did not touch, and we do not have the power. That to force the price to go and touch, because it is written in our Trader Foundation. No, never. It never works that way. So what in the other way around, what we can do, because this is downtrend, left hand side is always known. And that is the cream of trading, because the left hand side is always known, and right hand side is only a replica, or we need to understand what is an exhaustion gap here, and we need to understand in a downtrend, if price goes and hit to the upper Bollinger Band, then possibly it will reverse. And it did a crack and snapback here, but the low is not taken out. It did a crack and snapback here, and then low taken out, and then boom. And you can also see where it has stopped. This is an engulfing, small engulfing here. So those of you who are practicing candlestick, we always say, maybe Bernie or Jack, those of you who are practicing candlestick, we always say the low of a bullish candlestick. This is engulfing, and this is a rising tree method. Those of you who are practicing candlesticks, this is a rising tree method, and red candlestick did not close below this. That means we can easily buy here, rising tree method. Then we can draw a line here and forget about it. Draw a line, because this is engulfing. With the rising tree method, back to back engulfing, we can draw a line and forget about it, and then price when comes, and then try to do a hammer, and then morning star, we can start buying here. If you are buying here and it is reversing with a rule of 4 to the downside, then you must follow the rule of 4, and then close the trade with a minimum loss here. If that has happened, if this low minus 30 points have happened. Any questions so far before I go to Euro Aussie? Please ask any questions which you have not understood or whatever. Yeah, same thing here in an uptrend. These are only repetition. Once I take you to the foundation, then you can easily see the repetitions. So this is uptrend for sure. Definitely this is uptrend. And in an uptrend, if it comes and hit the opposite Bollinger Band, then there is a possibility of a trend reversal. So this high has to be taken out with 30 points. It did not happen for the first touch. When the second touch happened, we saw back to back, not a good hammer, but a possible hammer, and the piercing, and this high is taken out. So from here, our strategy will definitely help you. Our strategy will definitely help you to take the long and short. But now today I'm concentrating about revisiting the foundation course, because people cannot remember maybe even 10 rules. That is why we have the strategy. But if you can remember, strategy is nothing but the combination of those 10 rules, which we keep on repeating again and again and again and again. Any question from anyone? So this is uptrend, and it touches the opposite Bollinger Band, and the immediate high plus 30 pips is taken out, and then boom. So if you visit our trader foundation, and you will see that in the trader foundation we have written how to calculate the stop loss position in a long or short. We have done that. All right. So Anil was so thankful. We are so thankful to Anil, because he has taken the pain to go to the trash pilot and write these reviews here also. So this encourages us to deliver better and better and better, because of your support so well, because you support us so well through your reviews, because we are in this industry for last 16 years, and we have not changed a dot or a comma in our strategy. We have not changed anything. That is why we get this type of reviews. And when this comes, I'll show you how to calculate the candlesticks. It is already there, you probably know it, but I'll show you in which page it is there. So to calculate this, what you need to do, you need to see what is this piercing. And then those of you who are studying the success of candlestick must add 30 pips here to enter, and then low minus 30 pips for the stop loss, and then we get possibly 1%. And now, as we speak, because this is downtrend, and this is going up and touching for the first time opposite Bollinger Band, we can expect a reversal here. So what does it mean? Because this is Euro Aussie, a reversal of Euro against Aussie to the downside means strength in Aussie and possibly a little bit weakness in Euro. Strength in Aussie, possible little bit weakness in Euro. That's what it means. It's not a magic number like Euro Aussie, nothing. So if it is touching the opposite band, and there is possibility of a evening star as we speak tomorrow may be happening. Can it go to pivot? Can it go to? Of course it can. Who knows? But we know that it is downtrend, and with certain probability, if it is touching the opposite Bollinger Band, then it will come like this one here. At this point, this was uptrend, and it touches the opposite Bollinger Band. So now I'll go to the GBP AUD. I think it will be the same. I'll skip that one, and then I'll possibly go to the last one, which is Euro CAD. If you have any question, please ask that question. So in module 3, unit 1 on the candlesticks, those of you who are going to these candlesticks, I'm just revisiting our trader foundation, and this is the way you need to calculate the success in bullish candlestick, and this is the way you need to calculate the success of the bearish candlestick. Yeah, so this is what you need to do. That's what is shown here. On the Euro CAD, same thing. In an uptrend, we say if it is touching the opposite Bollinger Band, then there is a very high probability that it will possibly go up. In this case, we may not have got the 1%, because if you are going here 132 plus 60, so 182. We did not get 182 because it has only went up to 145. So in that case, what to do? If it is reversing with the opposite, if it is reversing with a rule of 4, then close this trade. Don't expect that all the trades we have taken will possibly be a winning trade. That's the biggest mistake we do, and Kerry can contribute on this. And Anil probably has asked a question before I go to share trading. Okay, let me first finish, and then I'll go to let me quickly finish the share trading, and then I'll request Ben to help us on two things, and then we'll hand it over to Marty. And then we'll go to quickly to shares. Today we'll okay, shares, NPF shares. So we'll be having this one here. All right, so we may start with Apple. We start with Apple. Those of you who are doing share trading with us, yeah, same thing here. If you can see here, same thing, a little bit different because share as an asset class is different from the forex as an asset class. Shares is having a tremendous contribution from its volume. So if I reduce the price, the volume will come, and you can see the volume here. The volume here is the maximum. Volume here on the 7th of May is maximum. When the volume on the 7th of May is maximum, it is telling us something. Don't neglect the big bar. Never neglect the big volume. Never. Then you are missing something. This is 52 million professionals volume cannot be foolish. Cannot be foolish. So what in that case, what will happen if we are confused with a little bit of red thing here? What is that side? Then you can go to the you can go to the 2-day, because this is 1 day. You can go to the 2-day and see what is this said here. The said here is green. Said here is green, and this volume is telling us then possibly this is, and a big bar and volume, combination is possibly telling us then this is enough, because this is up move, and it has touched the Bollinger Band with a volume. This is a golden opportunity to remind yourself of our Trader Foundation rules, which is also repeated in shares and commodities. So to some extent, not to big extent, but to some extent, and price went up crazy. Then if we go to the Amazon, if you have any question, please ask, because I'm going to stop in 2-3 minutes. And then you can see this is a big bar. I told you big bar is a gift from the god, market god. Big bar is a market god in, and then you can ignore this. You can ignore this inside bar. You can ignore this inside bar, and then see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you see rising 5 method. Rising 5 method, if we ignore these two, rising 5 method did not close below the low of this one. How good is that? This is brilliant. And our signal tells us to go long here. Beautiful. So this way, whenever we have trouble, we can actually take advantage of our foundation as well as strategy to mix it together to stay ahead of the game. And if you can see here what is happening, possibly on the we are still on the green band. Sometimes I go color blind. Green band. And Ahmed, you are there. If you're Ahmed, because he's also challenged a little bit of color, then he has changed this color to blue. And we can see that this is up movement from here to here, an opposite Bollinger Band, and possibly trying to go up. So this way, I've tried my best to repeat what we have learned. In our Trader Foundation and also in Forex and shares and commodity. Now I request Ben to answer Anil's question, and Anil has asked, kindly explain chart cutting steps in the masterclass. Ben can help on this. So Anil also knows that Ben is a master. So Ben, can you please help us on the replay, chart replay? You can use my screen, or you can guide me, or you can share your screen. Ben, please. Thank you.
I'm happy to share mine if you so wish.
Yeah, please go.
Let's just go to this one here. Everybody's got my screen?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see it.
So yeah, we're just at the Eurocab one day. So what you do is go up into the top section up here where you've got trading. Hit the trading, go down to where it says market replay. Click that, and you have 3 choices. You can set it onto the chart, which I'll show you today. You can set a custom period, which basically brings up the dates that you want to set it in between, or just get it to set a random period so you're not sort of cherry picking any sort of chart. But depending on how many bars you want to view on the replay will determine also whether it goes to a day chart, monthly chart. So if you're looking to populate 10,000 units on the chart, on a day chart, when you go into the market replay to 10,000 units, it'll probably switch itself over to a monthly chart. So just don't be too greedy with how many units you actually set on a chart. And by units, I mean this up here, how much of the history you want to display. It'll only do a certain amount of history in market replay. So now that we've selected shoes on the chart, basically if I want to, for example, want to start here just before this downtrend, I'll just slide that across. It'll say, do you want to save what you had and continue? Hit that button. It'll start loading up. And then you basically just press play. Here you can actually change it to the candles where it says daily down at the bottom. You can change that to an hourly, for example, and every one increment that I have there at the moment will be a 1 hour change in a daily candle. Seeing as my chart is on a day chart here at the moment, it will, what's up done here? Let me try this again. Sorry about this, folks. Technical difficulties. Just wait for it to load up. And yeah, basically, let's just press play from there. It will load it up for you. And then we can go to the start here. And you will see the candles form as they go. So you can pause that at any moment, examine the chart, and it will do that on multiple charts as well. I don't know how far you can push it, whether you can have 5, 6 charts open and they all change at once. You might be able to get away with 2 or 3 charts and you'll get market replay on all the way on all the 3 charts. And you can also speed up basically how quick the market replay goes. So you can make it go very, very quick, or you can just slow it right down, all the way down to
Hey, Ben.
5. Yeah.
Hey, Ben, this is Akshay. This is the only problem with this is it doesn't show the strategy, like for example, the histogram on the bottom of the page, right?
Yeah.
That's what. But I do the
possibly.
I do the intraday. I tried that. Yeah, it doesn't do that.
Yeah, like if it, I mean, this is a part of a 12-hour strategy chart, but it will actually, it should actually do the market replay for strategy as well, I think.
Yeah, it is showing the strategy, Akshay.
Yep. Oh, because maybe I don't know how you did it. You just selected the objects, right?
Go to trading at the top here, not objects, trading, and market replay.
The market replay. Oh, it didn't do it for me on the intraday, but anyway, I'll have a look. Thank you.
Yeah, for intraday stuff, if you're doing like 5-minute charts and stuff, there's only so much history you can go back in. But yeah, I haven't tried it too extensively on the lower time frames.
Yep.
So does that sort of answer your question there, mate?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, man.
No worries. What was the other question? It was about the position size, was it?
Shreya is asking to show the calculator, please, Ben. Thank you.
No problems. Okay, so if you're using MT4, which is what I am using, this is the site you want to go to. So I've just typed in MT4 position size calculator into Google search, and then go to this Earn Forex one. Try and load that up with everything getting a little bit bogged down. Our internet is getting tested today. So position size, it gives you a full explanation of how it all works. It's actually quite comprehensive. There is a lot you can do to it, but I use it for very basic functions. Once you continue to scroll down, and if you wish to read how everything does, you basically come down to the bottom and it will give you instructions. Here we have actually YouTube videos on how to load it up, whether it be how to use it, and also how to load it up, whether you're using NT4 or NT5. So you're this is using the position size for MT4 strategy, and there should be another one for NT5 as well. So demonstration of how input all your parameters. It's all basically there for you. If you get onto that site, you'll find everything you need. Keep scrolling down, and then you have your downloads, NT4 or NT5. So my advice is definitely watch the video of how to download it and save it to your desktop, and then put it into NT4 to become an expert advisor in NT4. When you finish that process there, you'll end up with a chart that sort of looks like, well, here's a blank chart here. I have the position size calculator set up at the top here, and if you can go into to change the parameters of it. So there is a lot of parameters you can set on this thing. I basically changed my stop loss, take profit, entry fonts just to suit the chart that I'm on. And you can also change your take profits at the moment. So there's a take profit button in there. You can change your risk to reward ratio if you want to set something. If you want to set risk to reward ratio, you can set that. At the moment it's at 1:1, but you can change it to whatever you want. And then basically, once you actually do use it, the greatest thing I love about this thing is that it'll have your account size already set up in there at the time. And you can change your risk of how much you want to risk there. So you can go down to 0.3% of your total account balance. It automatically does it. It automatically calculates the position size down here, and also will also give you an idea of how much margin you have available depending on your stop loss size. And the easiest way to work that one out, which is a shortcut key if you're doing intraday trading, I think it'd be fantastic. If you just press E, there's your entry line. So wherever you want to enter, and then press S, there's your stop loss line, set it. So that's your position already set. Your position size will change automatically accordingly to your stop loss size. And then if you hit the take profit, it'll automatically put a 1:1 take profit up there, as I've got it set at the moment. And then you can adjust that take profit to wherever you want and sort of set and forget. If you can also do multiple take profits and add multiple ones in, and you can change those the percentage in here. If you go to the trading, you can actually change your take profits and how much you want to take at any one point. So at this stage it's set at 33% takes on each take profit to get the full position. Then you have a shortcut key, which is great for intraday trading. You can just press T, and then this pops up, and then you basically just press OK and you set the trade, and away it goes. Or you can just press the trade button up here, just going across to another screen. So you can set that, and then bang, you're in. So for a great deal of ease, if you are intraday trading, you can make things happen very, very quickly. There we go.
That was fantastic. Shreya has liked it. Ben, thank you so very much. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Any other questions?
Questions for Ben, please. Anil also has liked it. Many of so any questions? Akshay is using some. Akshay has also replied to Shreya that he's asking ftmo.com in English, calculate your position size and trade seriously. Yeah, thank you, Akshay, and thank you, Ben. Thank you very much, Ben. If we are not having any questions to Ben,
Ben,
thank you very much, Ben. Really
one question,
appreciate
Ben. Naduka here. Do you have a calculator for IG as well, though? Just for MT5?
I just have it for MT4 or MT5. You can get those positions on a calculator, so that's the only one I use it for. Because FTMO
Okay.
doesn't support Pro Real Time or other platforms for trading, and MT4 seems to be every prop
Okay, no
for what I
worries.
see seems to use that one. So yeah, I just stick to MT4 analysis and IG Pro Real Time, and then
Okay.
entries on MT4. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, mate.
I have it. Thank you, Ben. I have a 2 cents for the Dhanuka. Dhanuka on the right hand side on the Pro Real Time on the IG market. If you go to order, not to the deal. After the deal, if you go to order and place your entry point and then stop loss and position size, it will give you the calculation.
Okay. I'll check that further. Yeah.
Yeah, you can park this question and answer in your session, and the instructor will help you.
Okay, no worries. Yeah.
Any other questions to Ben? Shreya says, thanks, Ben. This is so helpful. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ben. Really appreciate. Now, if you can please stop your presentation. And Marty, please. Thank you.
Hello. How are we today?
All good, mate. How are you?